What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Deuce Mess. Today we are back on Eastern North Carolina. We got just a couple of streams left here. We might have one more Friday after today, maybe just next Tuesday. I'm not real sure. Gabe requested a moment of silence for Silly Sally in the stream before we got started, so we'll do that now. If you weren't here yesterday or you didn't watch the last video, we lost a great member of our community that's been around since the very beginning. I'm talking when I was streaming on YouTube only and only had one or two people watching. She was a great member of our community, did a lot of giveaways for the community, and just an all-around great person. Always liked seeing people happy, always liked seeing the giveaways to give back to the community. So Silly Sally will definitely be missed in this community for sure. And when I say from the beginning, I mean 2017, a long time ago. So she will definitely be missed. She was a big part of our community, and I just wish the best for her family moving forward. With that out of the way, though, I don't want to downplay how much she meant to us, but we can celebrate memories and talk about stories and whatnot, and remember her as she was, and keep a good positive attitude, and just be happy that we had the chance to know her. And if you're new, then you may hear stories about Silly Sally coming over the next whatever amount of time. So yeah. Anyway, though, Silly Sally would want us to continue on farming and having a good time and doing our thing. You know she would. So today I'm starting fertilizing, but I'm going to go kind of do this while we go over the plan for today. I know I'm starting late today. My apologies. I woke up a little late, and then I was eating lunch, and I was like, well, I still got to get Dairyland 4X downloaded, so I got it downloaded. We are going to be doing some last day farm tours. I'm going to call this kind of the last big stream, because Tuesday I'll probably just end up harvesting some of this. And then we're gonna do some farm tours. We're gonna get this field planted. Hopefully, it's gonna take a little while. I don't know how long I want to go today. I don't have to leave at any certain time today, so that's good. Yeah, we'll go for a while and get as much of this planted as we can. There's two big fields. There's this one and then the one over in front of me here. That's across the road and across the train tracks over there that needs to be planted too. I don't know if I'll get to that one, but we're going to do this one at least. We started on this one last time, so we're going to do this one at least. I think it's already been harvested again too, by the way. We're going to do this field at least. We're going to get it planted. We're going to replant soybeans because that's the only thing not planted right now, I think, is canola and sunflower and corn and everything else already planted. So I think we will we'll just redo this one in soybeans, and I'm missing all the edge of this field. It's okay, though. And then we will jump over to Dairyland 4X, and we'll check it out with no mods. I might just leave. I might put like power tools on so I can fly around the map and whatnot. But we'll check it out, and then that'll be it for the day. We'll check out Dairyland 4X at the end, and I'll kind of go over my idea for the next multiplayer, because that is our next multiplayer map, is Dairyland 4X. No, you've probably not downloaded it because it's not on Mod Hub. It will be in the download folder with all the other mods once I get the server mods kind of situated. Again, we're not changing much in mods from this map to the next one. We've had some suggestions for the oil production, and we'll probably add that. But I don't want to focus too much on Dairyland on other stuff. I know we're going to need to do stuff right away to get going with money and stuff, but I don't want to focus too heavily on all production. I want to focus on things you can do with milk, because there's a lot of production in there. I haven't gone over the entire README file yet, but there's a lot of built-in production already there. So I want to kind of focus on dairy and getting cows right away and getting that going. So we are going to need money to start with, though, because we are going to start fairly slim and then work our way up. I said 10,000 cows, but I haven't found a cow pen yet that will hold even close to that many. So not even 1,000. I haven't even found one that holds 500, I don't think. If anybody knows of a cow pen that holds a lot, let me know. because I don't remember ever having one that holds that many. I've seen the 240, but not much over that. So, but yeah, if you know of one, let me know and I'll try to get it. But if you want to download Dairyland 4X before then, you can hop into the Discord, hop into the Discord there, Farming Simulator Talk channel. J-Rock has posted Dairyland 4X. It's really big. It's just the second message up there. When you jump in, you'll see wherever you left off last, scroll to the bottom, you'll see Dairyland 4X just above the Giants notification for their Twitch stream for their Spotlight Hour. So if you want to go ahead and get it downloaded, you can. Again, we'll end up using a lot of these same mods, so I just dropped it in this folder because I'm going to end up using it anyway. In this folder probably. And then we'll add a couple of mods to it, and that'll be it. We're going to add, so we're adding some PC-only mods, GPS, course play, follow me, stuff like that. We'll be adding some of those. So it should be good. Should be a lot of fun. Again, it's going to be mostly dairy work, but we're going to have some auto-load bale trailers and whatnot too. And probably one auto-load log trailer. I don't know how many logs are actually on the map. I haven't looked yet, so. Faster Big Buds? We might do that. Yeah, I might modify some Big Buds and do faster Big Buds. All I got to do is change the speed on them and put them back in there. So that shouldn't be too terribly difficult. Even I should be able to figure that out. But yeah, that's kind of the goal. Is just have some slightly faster, bigger machines. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go with the DB120 again. Every time we put a DB120 on a server, it's broken the server. So probably not going to do that again. But yeah, I absolutely think having some faster Big Buds would be helpful. I don't know how much faster because I'm going to change the speed and then the brake force, and I don't remember how to do that, but I'll try. I'll try. Voltage, how's it going? Spiderette, Gabe, how are you? Celtic Moon, how are you? Good to see you all. I hope you're doing well. Making cornflake bars this weekend in memory. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. We, so Miss Deuce came back from one of her work trips with 2 full racks of honey. So we ended up with about, I think it's about 12 pounds of honey we ended up with off of those 2 racks. One of them was a brood comb, so it was just packed with honey, man. It was crazy. But we needed jars to put it in, and we started digging jars out of the cabinet. And I was like, and this has been a couple of weeks now, and I was like, wait, where did these come from? And they all had writing on the top. And I was like, oh, these are from Silly Sally. I was like, I didn't even know we still had these. So that's what we jarred our honey up in. But yeah, man, I think there's Silly Sally was such a huge part of not just the development of this community, because she was around from the beginning and helped grow the community. She was always a kind voice, in chat, and a positive voice in chat. I don't think that it would have been the same without her here, honestly. I don't think this would have gone the same way. And not just her, but Blask. Blask helped me troubleshoot a lot of stuff over the years. So, yeah, it's not just her, but her family got involved too. So, it's yeah, for sure, Gabe, for sure. Yeah, Jeffrey, she passed away on the 18th. And Jeffrey, I know you've been around a long time too. I know you remember Silly Sally, but yeah, she passed away on the 18th. So, further than that, I don't know. Blask said it was okay to let the community know. And, I felt like people should know, man. She was such a big part of the community. People should be able to reflect on memories and really, really reflect on what impact she had on them, because she had a huge impact on me. So. I'm gonna say, Jeffrey, that every content creator that she was a part of their community, had the same impact. She was always super nice to everybody, really positive, really blunt though. She didn't mince words, which was great. Oh man, it's hard to find people like that these days. She definitely did not mince words. She said what she meant, and she meant what she said. But I made a post about it in the general chat and Discord, Jeffrey. If you want to go read it, you can. I tried my best to summarize what the effect that she had on me and the community and everything else, but I don't think words do it justice. You would have had to have been here to know her. That's all I can say. Yeah, man. So that's the reason I put the beginning of that statement in general chat the way I did, is because I don't know what happened to Gary A. And he was around every day for all streams and all videos, always commented on stuff, always super positive. And after about midway through 2020, we just stopped hearing from him. So I don't know, man. I've always just gone off the assumption that he just kind of went his own way and did his own thing, you know. I know he was older. I know he was retired maybe or something, but I don't necessarily think that means anything. I just went on the assumption that, you know, he went a different direction. So the same thing with Roland Dunkey. I don't know if you guys remember him or not, but he was around very early on for Farmers Dynasty. So, but yeah, he's another one too. Like some of those people I was thinking about while I was typing that out, and I was like, man, I hadn't heard from these people in a long time. I'm just gonna assume they've gone and done their own things. You know, everybody's got lives and stuff. Things changed. 2020 kind of shut everything down, and everybody was around more. So it may feel like that they disappeared out of nowhere. You know, whereas they just went back to doing their normal stuff. So. What's up, Junior? How's it going, buddy? But yeah, I mean, it's tough to think about, man. But again, I try to give the benefit of the doubt to they got tired of watching my content. You know, that's my first thought. I just go to that first. You know, they just got tired of watching. So, what's up, Steve-O? How's it going? Miss a few spots on the field. I'm not too worried about it, though. As long as the majority of it gets it, we're good. So, Gabe, I thought about this on the faster Big Buds. Maybe we just do more of them. I mean, maybe, because it's going to be one farm, maybe we just make it a teamwork effort on each field or something. So, the other big field needs some lime. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get to that one. I'm going to do this whole field first and then go from there. I don't know if I'm going to get to that field today or not. Again, I don't specifically have anywhere to be, but this one's going to take a little while, and I still need to do farm tours, and we still need to do the Dairyland Forex too, so. Didn't even touch a PC yesterday. Yeah, man. Sad news for sure, but, you know, the fact that we even got to call Sally a part of this community, I think was a blessing, honestly. This thing's still rolling. Hey, where you going? It just kept going. I thought I hit the brakes. I did not, apparently. I'm gonna bring this down here and get it out of the way, and then we'll get back started planting. Just chilling at work, I hear you. Nothing wrong with that. Listen to that monster. Oh yeah. See if the wheels are correct today. Oh, looks like all the wheels are back working. That was so weird the other day, man. I don't even know what happened. Let's go ahead and I guess switch over to that one and drop it down. There we go. It is full of seed too. Look at you guys, man. You guys left me everything full of seed and everything, ready to go. Some faster big buds would be good, but I honestly think some of the fields are just gonna be so big that it's just gonna be a teamwork type deal. It doesn't matter how fast they are. I think we're just gonna have to work on it together. Have multiple pieces of equipment, that kind of stuff. Crystal replaced the tie rods on your Cedar. I'm glad too, man, because that one was just gone. It was just gone. There was no repairing that. It had to be replaced. Speaking of replaced, we finally, I think, I haven't talked to her this morning, but I think we got Miss Deuce's car fixed. She was having car trouble this week, and been trying to get it diagnosed. And all these cars now, man, I have no idea how to work on them. They're so computerized. Everything is, you know, like your car tells you when your spare tire that's in the back is low. You know, I don't know nothing about that. But we took it up to the dealership because it's under warranty, right? Just in case it was something that could be covered. And the first thing they told us is they couldn't get it to replicate what we told them it was doing. And then they told us it needed a transmission flush for $600. Like, well, if you can't get it to replicate what we were doing, how do you know it needs a transmission flush? So we just went and paid them their shop fee or whatever, picked it up, and we put new spark plugs in it. And that fixed it for a minute, for a whole morning. And got it back and listened to it again, and you could hear one of the spark plugs missing. So we pulled it loose. Neighbor came over, looked at it, and he was like, "Well, there's your problem. There's a big hole in the." He doesn't talk like that. There's a big hole in the. Oh, don't hit it. In the coil pack, because it's one of those. It's a single coil pack for a 4-cylinder, right? It's the single flat coil pack that goes straight down on the engine. And sure enough, I pulled one of the sleeves out, and there was a hole right there. The coil pack is, and I was like, well, I guess that was it. Hopefully we fixed it. I don't know that we did, but I hope we did. Your car doesn't even have a spare tire, and it's a 2020. Oh man, they want you to call them. They want you to call them and them to come fix it. So I hope we fixed it. I haven't heard from her, so I'm guessing it's good. I'm assuming by now I would have gotten a text message that it's still doing it. So it was drivable, but I mean, everybody knows that if it's missing that much and one of the spark plugs is misfiring that bad, you know, in the long term you can definitely mess things up. So I hope that fixed it. It was just coil packs and plugs. Hopefully that was all. Cost us a chunk of money though. Coil packs ain't cheap. I remember when I used to complain about putting a distributor cap on mine and plug wires. Woof, I miss those days. Cheaper than a new motor, yes. Well, I mean, under warranty, you know. If they can't diagnose the problem and it still breaks, then that's on them. Because we took it through one of the official dealerships or whatever, so it would have been covered had something needed to be majorly done to it. But man, apparently they don't cover spark plugs and coil packs. So, badly. Wish they did. Would have been nice. But either way, it was a 10-minute fix. Well, it was a 10-minute repair and a 10-minute trip to the parts store. I'm just glad it was an easy fix, and hopefully that is over and done with. We don't have to worry about it now. Also, have you guys seen the prices of cars lately? Like, honestly, what is happening with cars? Like, Miss Deuce's vehicle, right, when she bought it, I think we gave like 14 for it. Right now, on trade-in, she can get 15.8 for it. Which is bad because that means buying a newer car is going to be more expensive than it would have been. Like, so the trade-in's kind of negated, but it appreciated in value, not depreciated, which is so strange. That never happens with cars. Well, I mean, certain, new cars. Doesn't happen with. If you wanted to go find a fastback or something, it's probably going to cost you some money. I saw a Camaro sitting up the road at one of the other parts houses, and I was like, man, I'd love to have that thing. It was like this deep, glossy, like maroon and red, like faded colors together or whatever. Beautiful color. I mean, I'm not a gearhead by any means, but if somebody wanted to sell me that Camaro for about $3,000, I would probably, I'd probably buy it. I wouldn't be against it by any means. It doesn't get great gas mileage, neither does my truck, so it really wouldn't matter to me either way. You bought your son a car that's 20 years old, has 100,000 miles, and it ran you 5K. It shouldn't have been more than 3. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, like even my truck, dude, I have a Dodge, right? And everybody knows those old Dodge trucks from the early 2000s. The dashboard cracks up, right? It does. It just does it. Like, it's so bad there are actually manufacturers out there that are still making the replacement dash covers. Like, you just glue it to it, basically glue it down. They still make those. That's how bad it is. My dash is all beat up. The truck's not in great shape. Physically, like looking at it, not in great shape. It still runs like a top though. It runs great, but it's got 250,000 miles on it. And on Blue Book, putting in all the correct information, it's worth like $4,800 for a private sale. I paid $45 for it in 2014. It's like what is happening? Why is everything so high right now, man? It's wild, though. But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, actually, my truck's 20 years old, yeah. They told me I had to wait 5 more years, though, to get an antique tag. I was like, all right, fine. I actually asked about it when I bought my tag this time around. Because it's technically a daily driver, but it's not technically a daily driver, because I don't drive it that often. The dealers must be as well. I saw a post the other day, man, talking about how dealerships, especially used car dealerships, you know how they pay a percentage for cars to sit on their lot, right? Some of the used car dealerships out there are paying 21% per vehicle for a car to sit there. How crazy is that? Like, if anything, the prices should be coming down so they can move product, right? Like, they're sitting there paying 21% on cars that are just sitting there. They could easily just drop the prices and sell them and move product. I know they would lose money in the short run, but in the long run, they would catch back up. And I don't know. I'm just not a fan of making. If you make less than $100,000 a year and you go spend $40,000 on a vehicle, I don't know what to tell you. It's just not a smart idea for most people to do. Not financial advice, but let's be honest with ourselves. Most people are bad with money. So I've never been able to which I guess I got this from my dad. My dad was the same way. There's a song called My Daddy Never Was a Cadillac Kind. That's my dad. But it's just so weird, you know? It's so strange that people go spend half their income on a vehicle they're going to pay for the next 3 years and pay $1,500 a month on a car payment. I get it, though. Something dependable, something that's nice. I understand. not bad with money. It's just that money's bad with me. I mean, that's true too. Yeah. I don't have a spending problem. I've got a money flow problem. I see something, I spend money on it. I just don't make as much. That's the problem. That's the problem. I'm just not making as much as I'm spending. But, you know, there's a reason I still drive a paid-for old, you know, pickup truck. One, I like having my pickup truck because if I need to throw something in the back, I can just throw it in the back. Two, it's been paid for since 2016, so I don't see the downside. Me and Bone were talking about this actually, and Bone was like, "Man, I always went off the premise that if you start spending more a month in repairs than you would spend on a payment, then it's time to go get something." And I was like, "That's a perfect way to look at it too." Not telling y'all what to do with your money, but that's kind of the way I've always thought about it too. When I start having to spend more per month, or if it's a big spend and it's you average it out over the year, if it's more per month than paying a car payment, it's time to go get something new, you know, newer. But yep, as soon as we get done planting, we will hop over back to the fertilizer spreader, spray fertilizer, and then we'll go do farm tours, and then we'll check out Dairyland 4X to finish off the day, and of course, random conversation is probably going to be the piece for the day, always. I'm pretty happy with what Crystal and Gabe and Celtic Moon have accomplished on my farm. You guys have done great. You guys have done great on here. I did literally maybe probably 1/5 of the work that happened on this farm, but I did do more work than last multiplayer map because I've been on twice a week playing. So, the dog, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. So you got a car note for $100 a month. You can put a whole new engine in some cars for $1,200. I mean, I don't know how much that. I don't even know what's in that Dodge. It's the small V8. The 4.6, 4.2. I don't remember what's in it. But that motor would probably cost me a chunk right now. So I try to take care of it. No, it doesn't get a whole lot of miles put on it, so. You're planning to get this game today. Nice. Nice, yeah, this game's good, man. It's so relaxing, so nice, so peaceful.
That's a new follower.
I appreciate that follow. And honestly, there's no wrong way to play. Play it however you want to. So many different maps and mods and stuff to choose from. Got such longevity to it. What's up, Bob? How's it going, buddy? Good to see you, man. You've wanted it for so long? Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I'm glad you're getting it. Hopefully getting it today. What's up, Roberts? How's it going? You're good? Good to hear, buddy. Heck yeah. Get the Platinum Edition? Yeah, probably, if you can. That's what we were just talking about. Money's tight for everybody. So, if you can get the Platinum Edition, go ahead and get it though, because you'll get more stuff with it. Or if you just want to use the free mods and stuff at ModHub, nothing wrong with that either. Nothing wrong with that either. We have made some pretty decent-sized fields on here, haven't we? Yeah, Bob, he popped in. He's probably lurking somewhere. He popped in and told us that you told him. I'm glad you let him know. I tagged everybody in Discord, and normally I don't tag everyone in the general chat, so I'm hoping people see it. That would know her, you know, or that would want to know. So. This week was horrible to say the least, but oh well. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I appreciate you being honest. You know, and I don't know if this is everywhere, but definitely for me, in the South, you get a lot of "Hey, how you doing?" You know, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you?" You know, and you just move on about your business. When you know like 8 out of 10 people have an issue going on that they need to talk to somebody about, you know. So I'm glad you were honest. I hope next week's better. Lurking playing some 7 Days to Die. Cool, man. Just an extra $10. Yeah, but I mean, then again, though, you know, the reason I pointed out is because some people don't have that extra $10. They save up just enough. So I don't assume everybody's financial state. Not anymore. I used to. Guys, go pick this game up. It's great. You know. But I try not to assume everybody's financial place they're at, and I just err on the side that if somebody's buying a new game, it's probably because they've been, you know, putting a few bucks here and back while paying bills and all the other stuff. So. But, you know, I would definitely, if you can afford it though, get the Platinum Edition. Get a few extra things, extra map. That kind of stuff. And the year 1 and year 2 season pass also is going to have some really cool stuff in it too. The year 1 season pass had some really neat stuff. The year 2 season pass is the Bailing DLC they put out is pretty cool too. The Govile stuff. I'm using one of the Bailers over on my single player on Iowa Plainsview. Really, really good. The Steam wasn't able to get it, so I had to get was either Beam is it Beam MG Drive? Is that what it is? Beam MG Drive? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Steamworks or City Skylines. City Skylines is fantastic too. Rex a lot coming in with 100 bits. Thank you for the 100 bits, Rex. Those some plungers in chat. 100 plungers for 100 bits. Thank you, Rex, very much for the biddies. I appreciate you. Yeah, City Skylines is such a great game. It really is. And if you ever plan on picking up any DLC or anything for it, for City Skylines, you could use my Nexus store. You get your Steam key for it for the same price, but I'll make a little cut off of it. Very small percentage, but it's something. So, exclamation point Nexus, Nexus, Nexus in chat. Or if you're watching later and you want to pick up a new game, look down in the link below the video and find the Nexus link. And I'm pretty sure Farm Sim's still on there too. It's at the top of the list, I think. I should play some Beam MG Drive. I've never played it, man. My neighbor's kid plays it. He was telling me about it, and he was like, "Man, you can crash everything." It's like, okay. I've never played it. I've seen videos though of people doing like, well, they'll take like and put like a hole in the road and then show you how fast you need to go to clear the hole or whatever, because the physics in the game are pretty realistic. Is that game? Is that Beam MG Drive? Have we already talked about this? Am I just having deja vu? I feel like we've already talked about this. Maybe we have, and I just don't remember. I don't know. It's that game. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be fun then. I don't know what all you can do in the game because all I've ever seen is those videos where they try to jump a school bus, or they drive over the big potholes and they widen the pothole every time they speed up or something like. That's all I've ever seen of it. So I don't know what all you can actually accomplish with it. Me plus ultra-realistic driving physics would be comedy gold. I mean, I'm in. I'm in. I feel like we'd have to do it on the main YouTube channel, though. What if Gabe, work with me here for a minute? Just give me a second. Let me get this out before you start in your own head going, yeah, we could do this too. Okay, so what if they combine the physics, the ultra-realistic physics of BMG Drive with SnowRunner? You would never get anywhere. You would never get anywhere in that game. No, you don't have to do that, man. Has to be Utah. Just love going down the highway with the AI. Sometimes I'd have a Ram plow semi-truck. Oh, my bad. Hit my Windows button, I think. Oh, man. Apparently there's some crazy stuff you can do in the game. Well, I mean, I'm kind of the same way, man. As soon as somebody goes, what if we did this? And they started explaining it in my brain, I'm already going, oh, we could do that and this and this and that and this too. You know, like I do the same. Most of the time it's silly though. So, or with Farm Sim. Dude, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, now we're going here. Combine Beam MG Drive with Farm Sim. Oh man. Oh man. There's a mod for tanks in Beam MG Drive? There probably is. Apparently there's a lot going on in that game. Stop looking for excuses. I'm just trying to make the game realistic, Bob. That's all I'm doing. That's all. I'm just trying to make it more realistic. Yeah, definitely not getting to the other big field today. That's okay, though. We're going to fertilize this. We're going to do probably the last farm tours. And then we'll head over to Dairyland 4X and check it out to finish off the day. And then tonight, me and Bone will be over on the main YouTube channel, Do Some Myths, youtube.com/Do Some Myths. Playing some No Way Out. Remember, next Friday I likely won't be here. And if I'm not going to be here for that Friday, I likely won't be here for Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday. So, I just won't be around. Turn the force feedback way up. Get your daily workout in. Dude, yeah. Dude, all driving games, except for Farm Sim. Which Farm Sim, you can actually turn it up now. Farm Sim 19 was weird because there was no force feedback control. It was very strange. I was supposed to say, Junior, stop looking for excuses. I thought you were talking to me, Bob. I mean, you could have easily been telling me that, too. You could have easily been telling me that. You could have easily been telling me that. All right, there we go. Big field. One big field done anyway. Go ahead and fold this bad boy up. Go park it right over here. And we'll get the fertilizer done on it. This is a really long rig right here, isn't it? Very. No Way Out does include foul language, yeah. And maybe some adult themes as well. They are prisoners breaking out of jail, after all. So yeah, if you and your family watch together, just know No Way Out is probably not something you're gonna want to watch. You're gonna want to watch. Do they talk about ducks? It would be nice if it was that kind of foul language, but it is definitely not. I have a feeling you have enough people that will see you crash. Oh, probably, yeah. Yeah, I think BMG Drive would be fun. I've been, dude, every time I scroll through Steam, I see it, and I always go, I should really play this. This looks like it'd be crazy to play. And I just never get it. I thought about iRacing for a long time, but I realized that I don't know enough about racing to actually play the game without making people mad, because people take that game serious. So I would definitely make some people mad, because I don't know enough about racing. I'd be running into people, and I don't want to do that. Like, I wouldn't be doing it on purpose by any means, but I don't want to be that guy, you know? So, and like, it's $9.99, but every track or car or anything else you buy costs money, so, which I know that's how the developers keep doing what they're doing, so. Next week? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe the week after. Next week's likely to be a short week for me. Which, when I get done streaming, I got to call the guy and confirm me going or not, so. Oddly enough, the game that I played on my channel the most was the one I was supposed to crash. You're talking about Wreckfest? I do think that was, like, that whole stint. If you take into account all the Wreckfest races we did, I probably crashed less in those than I did in any other driving game, which is kind of weird. Please know iRacing's made it on TV with NASCAR. Yeah, during 2020, man, didn't they do one of the cups with iRacing? That's how realistic the game is. Well, that's the reason I thought about it for a while, and then I got to talking to Schlafer about it, and I watched some of FTG play it. FTG used to stream iRacing over on Twitch, and he would play his other stuff. He'd play American Truck Sim over on his YouTube channel. But after watching it and then talking to Schlafer, I realized I have no idea how to be good at a racing game that's that realistic. I just, there's no way. I would definitely be bumping people and crashing people and everything else. People would get mad at me and stuff, so no, I'm good. I'm good. I wouldn't take it that serious. You know, I need to stick with, like, single player career mode. I mean, probably, but I don't think it's on there. I'll have to look, Gabe. I don't think it's on Nexus. Nexus is limited because you gotta remember too, it depends on the publishing company working with Nexus to put those games up there, so that the creator gets a cut, you know. And again, it's a very small percentage. I can tell you a $100 game, if you spent $99.99 on a game, I would make about $5 off of it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very small percentage. It's like 5%. But I think I would have to go back. I don't want to lie to anybody, but it's a very small percentage. And I'm not going to hide the fact that I make a cut off of it, because I do. But it's a very small percentage. It's not like I'm getting half the money for the game or anything. You know, a couple bucks here and there for each game purchased or whatever. So, but if you have a big enough community, which, you know, for a long time, Farm Sim did great, man. I can't tell you how many copies of Farm Sim that were bought on Nexus. That was fantastic. I'm glad people got the game and got their Steam key, and also helped me out by me making a little cut too. So that's kind of neat.
That's a new follower.
Hey, what's up, Ducky? How's it going? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. But yeah, I mean it's a very small percentage, but. Koopy, can you join? It's a multiplayer server. Hop in Discord, follow the welcome message, and you can find all the info. Yeah, it's all available. This server for Eastern North Carolina will be up until not this Sunday, but the Sunday after this one. So Sunday after next. So you're more than welcome to jump on and play. My farm is open. Jump on. There's field work that needs to be done. There's stuff that needs to be harvested. There's another field that needs to be fertilized, planted, and fertilized again. So have at it. There's work to be done. Soybeans, sunflower, canola all go into the oil mill, which is right there. And then there's a grain mill over by the trees over there. That's where all of the corn goes to make cracked corn, and the cracked corn gets distributed over to the oil mill. And everything just sells direct, so you don't have to worry about picking up pallets or anything. But yeah, feel free. Feel free to jump in. It is a community server. My farm is the community farm. So that thing haul lime too? It will, yeah. It will, Bob. It absolutely will. Yeah, I've got another one of these sitting, I think it's over there by the grain mill, that has lime in it. Yeah, my farm's the only one open at the moment, but I have a lot of land to work. There's plenty to keep you busy. A couple of different things to choose from to work with. Not a lot, though. I didn't do as much. We really didn't have that many people. If there had been more people playing consistently on my farm, other than Gabe and Crystal helping me out, I probably would have got some more equipment, some different equipment stuff to give everybody, options to play with and whatnot. But you can't find it. Yeah, you have to go to Discord and give yourself the farm sim role. Just read the welcome message. Give yourself the farm sim role, and then scroll down, and you'll see the farm sim channels. And all of the info is in farm sim FS22 MP info. It's got two exclamation points next to it. You can't miss it. All the info's there for what you need. Mods. You can download straight if you want to when you go to join, or you can download off the link that's there if you're on PC. So yeah, I mean everything's there. And if it doesn't pop up right away, that's not a me thing. That's a server thing. Apparently it happens to everybody. Just refresh a couple times, it'll pop up. The next server will have plenty of equipment at some point. We're going to start with enough equipment for the main. We're probably going to start with 8 pieces of equipment. That way, everybody there's 2 pieces of equipment that we can all run at one time, and then we'll build from there. Hopefully, we have a full army of equipment at some point. Found it. Cool. And like I said, when you jump in, there's fields that need to be harvested. There's a big field over here behind me, wraps all the way around to this side. It needs to be fertilized. So on here, we fertilize, plant, and then fertilize. That way we don't have to try to fertilize after the first growth stage. We don't worry about rolling. I don't have a roller at all, or a mulcher. So, but yeah, I'll be done with this fertilizer spreader here in just a second. Oh no, the other field needs lime first, right? Yeah, there's a lime spreader that looks just like this one, but it's different color, and it's sitting right over there. So. Lime fertilize, or fertilize, lime fertilize, and then plant if you want to. Whatever the layers work out to, we don't have to do anything after you plant, basically. But there's a couple of different seeders. There's a big boy there. There's the Amazon sitting over there. There's 2 harvesters. One's got a corn header on it. One's got a grain header on it. A couple of trailers there if you need it, but the harvester holds enough. You could probably just run whatever you're harvesting down here to the oil mill and drop it straight in. That's what I do. But again, for Dairyland 4X, we're going to be using the same mods basically, because I like these mods. They're really nice. This one especially, because it's a multi-trailer. It can be just a flatbed trailer. It can be a manure spreader, slurry spreader. Like it's a great utility mod to have. You'll be playing a little less? Cool, yeah. I mean, it's a single farm, Gabe. So it'll be a single farm. Because it's 4X, man, I feel like having all of us helping out, you know, getting everybody on one farm working together, I think would be good. And we'll keep some smaller equipment too. I know Celtic Moon doesn't like the really big stuff. The articulated stuff's really hard to drive sometimes. So we'll keep some smaller equipment around too. Some like the Amazon seeder, planter, whatever, stuff like that. And those would be great to make headlands around fields and do the outlines. So, yeah. A couple of different mowing options, baling options, stuff like that. There's some GoVile stuff in Mod Hub I'm probably going to pick up and put on here too, because I like the GoVile DLC. I think having those would be great, but we'll likely end up with some of this stuff, like the field barn over there, right? You put anything in there, it turns it into silage. That's going to be awesome to have. We just won't sell it. We'll keep it and then distribute it. So we've done those in the past. They typically start well, and then the interest kind of dies off. So this map we did. There were 4 farms. Gabe and Crystal down here, Celtic Moon over here, Junior up here, and then me over here. And we did land auctions twice a week. We did land auctions twice a week. So, did you make it over to Dairyland yesterday? I haven't. This will be my first look at it, Bob, when we load it up in a minute. I haven't looked at it at all yet. I downloaded it and that was it. So this will be my first look at it today. But yeah, we've done competitions in the past. Junior actually sponsored one of the competitions, I do believe. But we had a lot more interest in people playing, not interest in farm sim in general, just we had a lot more people that were dedicated to playing then. So it was a lot easier to do. Now it's like, you know, I think everybody's just kind of waiting on the next farm sim to come out now. So, which I haven't heard an announcement about Farm Sim 24 yet, so I don't know. I don't know if we're getting Farm Sim 24 or not. All right. This field is planted. It is ready to go. We will go jump, and we'll start with mine. We'll just start here since I'm already here. So when we started, the entire edge of the map, from all the way at the trees in the very back there, all the way up that tree line, all the way over. So from here, all the way down to here, this whole line right here was all trees. This was all trees. This was trees right here. I say we, as everybody on the server I think helped out at some point, got all these cut down and fields planted. And it's really cool to see how much effort went into that. I didn't do a whole lot in the way of anything else. We did production. We have the oil mill right here that does all different kinds of oil. We've got the grain mill over there that does different kinds of grain. It makes cracked corn as well. So you take the cracked corn and have it distributed over here to the oil mill, and you can make corn oil out of the cracked corn. Or you can just use regular corn. The barn back here, this one right here, does all different types of things, right? So you can put grass, TMR, lime. So for lime mineral feed, you need lime and soybeans. You make 200 mineral feed. For stone mineral feed, you need 300 stone and 50 soybeans. You make 200 mineral feed. And then it makes all different types of silage. So we've been putting straw in, directly in, and it just makes silage and sells it. Digestate. You see, you put chaff and water in, you get silage digestate, so you get silage and digestate out of it. You put grass and water in, and you get silage and digestate out of it. This is a great mod. Wheat seeds, barley seeds, corn seeds, you can do all that. For lime, you just need stone and water, just like everything else. Digestate liquid fertilizer, you just put digestate in, and you get liquid fert. Digestate solid fertilizer, you put digestate and lime in, and you get 100 fertilizer out of that. Then the grain mill plus is the one you can do cracked corn. And then cornmeal. So that's kind of cool. And then the cereal factory, we didn't do anything with. I bought it, but we haven't done anything with it. That's just the in-game one. The oil mill, though, does sunflower oil, canola oil, olive oil, corn oil, and then you can do cracked corn oil or corn oil, and then soybean oil. And then down here, there's a different option where for 8 canola, it gives you 6, where this one up here, it's 2 for 1. Right? So instead of 10 to 5, you get 8 to 6, which is pretty good. So I think we all chose these bottom options. The corn oil is still working, and the soybean oil is still working too. There's lots of that in there, 345,000 liters. For 12 soybean, we get 10 soybean oil and 1.25 pig food. So great mods to have, really. I think my favorite part about this, though, was this house build over here. Huh. Yeah, I think this was my favorite part right here, building the house. I'm not in voice chat, no. What's up, Jeremy? How's it going, buddy? Why people want a new game? I think there's no reason for it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I felt like people get bored with the same game, and it's like, but there's so many different mods and ways to play. Yeah, this is probably my favorite build right here on that I've done as far as farm builds go. This took some effort. Lots of wood chips to make this passable. And put the house down. We cut all the trees down over here, put some trees back, did some bushes. I just think it looks good. I think it looks good. Got my Volvo over there. My Vulture right here. That was the first tractor we owned. Outhouse over there by the pond. Got my TLX 22. Which is fast. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we did okay for what I did. I didn't really have a plan for this, so I think we did okay for what we did. We're gonna go around the outside and head over to. Oh, I never did put a road in up here, did I? Didn't. It's all right. Looks like there's still an edge here. This was the 15 and 6. This is the last 2 pieces of land I got, I think. So. You're in love with the game? Oh yeah, it's so good. I mean, there's so many different ways to play, so many different mods, so much going on. We're gonna head over to Gabe's place, Gabe and Crystal's place over here first, and we'll loop back around the Celtic Moons. And then I'll show you what Junior had, and he accomplished everything he wanted to accomplish, so big props to Junior. So it looks like Gabe and Crystal put down a sell point and maybe a refill point over here for stuff. I like that they actually have some flowers kind of around the edge of their field and stuff, makes it look nice. Makes it look really good. Some of them made it into the road, it looks like. Okay. I got a little carried away there. We'll cut through their stuff here. You can see all their equipment. They have a lot of equipment. The big rollers they've got over here. Those are the rollers that are super big, but the AI will actually use those because they'll pick them up. So. Let's do send a message. Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah, they have a lot of equipment though. I like the sheds that have the solar panels on them. You actually make some money. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of different harvesters, headers, barns, and whatnot. I love these trucks up here too. Those grain trucks. I love the way those things look. I'm glad somebody used them. I didn't even use one. Of course, you got the Grain Mill Plus there. The refill points. Their chicken pen, which I'm pretty sure holds 5,000 chickens. See all the eggs in there. Oh dang! Look at this. Put in a little roundabout. That's cool, man. I never even considered that. That's a great idea. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, what's up, Turner? For the first time, I have 160 hours on one save game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I'm 112 episodes in on Iowa Plainsview, and I am not stopping anytime soon. I really like the house area. The first time I came over and looked, it was just kind of the house and the barn sitting here, but now you got like this flower bed out here. It looks really nice that I'm driving through. Total disrespect. Some flowers on the other side. It's looking really good over here. I love the greenhouses too, because it looks like this is something you would actually have, right? Like you don't take up like hundreds of acres with a greenhouse. You put them down, they're close, that kind of stuff. So it's looking really good though, man. I like it. I know he's got another spot over here, so I'm gonna head over here. Try not to ruin his crops. Oh, look at this. You put in more of them. That's fantastic, dude. I never even thought about putting in those. And we can sleep if you want, so. I'll leave this open, I think. All right, so. Oh, I thought you were back over at the house. This looks like more production area and prep area for stuff. Really cool. Well, they got a cotton a cotton bale trailer over here. I guess they did some cotton work at some point. Is that root crop storage? That's really cool. Root crop processing, potato processing? Is that J-Rock's potato processing plant? I bet it is. I bet it is. Sleeping. All right. There we go. A little more daylight for us there. Looks like that field just popped too. Little fence line. Let's see, there's somewhere else. Yeah, I love the little roundabouts. Those weren't in the game, right? You put those in, I think, Gabe. That looks really good, man. I love the idea. Then they got something else over here, or had something else on this side somewhere. There's one of the workers out here early morning getting it done. Ah, here it is. Yeah, so more refill stations, sell points, repair points, all that kind of stuff. Very important to have. And I think that's it for Gabe's place. Yeah, that's it for Gabe's place. It looks like, I know you used to have something up here. It looks like you got rid of it. I was looking for that and just made fields out of it, which is very good. You put them in? Dude, they look really good. It actually kind of makes sense, even in North Carolina, having roundabouts on farmland. It kind of makes sense. Celtic Moon's place here. Got her equipment, and you can see she kept it kind of small to begin with. She's got lots of different, these John Deeres, these paint jobs. All these John Deere turbos are so cool. I love the paint jobs. Is that a grain mill? I think it's a grain mill plus. And Celtic Moon focused more on the actual farming part, I think, than the actual decorating or building part. Kind of like I did. I just focused on more of the farming part. I'm not going to run through crops that are growing, so. But yeah, Celtic Moon's got a lot of land here too, as you can see. This whole bottom side was Gabe and Crystal's. That's what we just went across. Celtic Moon's got most of this up here. All this land you see that's not purchased, with the exception of like 32, 31, 129, and then all this right here. All this was Junior's land. And Junior had a lot going on. I think he accomplished all he wanted, then he kind of got burnt out. Cool. But yeah, man, I think this turned out really well. I like the auction idea. We kind of carried it over from a while back. I know there's less people playing. People have other stuff going on, so that is all well and good. But this is Eastern North Carolina. We got one more stream left on Tuesday next week. I am pretty happy about the way it turned out. I don't know that having done much different would have made any difference at all. I think the 4 or 5 pieces of land, as many as there were per week, was a good start, but bumping it to 8 per week was even better. So I think we did pretty well, guys. I think we did pretty well. No, I was not going to jump that. I was just driving. Wait, how do I get out of here? I don't know how to get out of here. I can't run over my crops. I think those are mine. Yeah, those are mine. Can't run over my crops. Oh, I gotta go this way. Aha, I missed my turn. That's all it was. There it is. And I can go across this road right here. Or this field, rather. Yeah, I mean, I think we did very well for what little I was playing on here. I think we did really good. I don't think it'll kill this, will it? No. But I'm happy with Eastern North Carolina. I think this is a fantastic single-player map, too. If you just want a map to get on and play and have a good time, the layout of this is really, really, really good. The trees, some of them, when you first get on, are going to be, like, in the road. Like, there was one right here that was literally, like, it was sticking out of the ground at some point, so... but other than that, the map has been pretty dang good. It's been a lot of fun to play and enjoy. And, yeah, I'll be back on it on Tuesday for the final stream, probably. Check the monies. I'm about to. We'll check final totals because I know that Gabe and Crystal had a goal in mind for what they wanted their total to be. And I know what it is. So we'll see if they hit it in a second or not. I'm not going to tell it right now in case they didn't, but we'll see if they hit it. I didn't have any kind of goals in mind, but thanks to Crystal and Gabe and Celtic Moon, we hit 27 million, which is pretty good. I did not expect that. So Celtic Moon has 24 million. Junior ended up with 20 million, and he stopped playing about 3 weeks ago maybe. Serenity Farms is at 99,192,576. They're about to hit 100 million. I guarantee you by tomorrow they'll have 100 million, and that was their goal. So definitely by the time the server's over, because we got 9 days left on the server. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday, I'll be taking the server down to switch it over to Dairyland 4X. Dude, you got it, man. You guys nailed it. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Our family has some very creative members. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, but you guys killed it, man. $100 million. They set that goal the day we started, by the way. Yeah, we have done a lot on this server, and at some point, every field on here was being worked. So that's pretty good, too, with just 4 farms and 5 people. So I think we did pretty well. But that is going to do it for today on Eastern North Carolina. We're about to hop over and check out J-Rock Nation's Dairyland 4.